From a school perspective, we sent last year to the achievement show, or actually the year before last, we sent our science department there. They made so many hookups with other science departments around the country. And then this year we sent our pedagogy leaders to talk about what we do with teaching and learning at our school. And again, so many hookups there. So although we're not saying, you know, SSAT or paper food, so you've got to go, have a look at it. It's well worth doing. And also, check out whether your school is still members of the SSAT, because they have leading edge, leading practitioner networks, all of which can benefit individual teachers, departments and leaders within your school, and it's worth having a look at. Okay, going to move on to the more important stuff now, and it's English Lulu to talk about Motivate the CD board line.
Hello everybody, thank you. I want to talk about motivating the CD borderline. I don't know whether you've noticed over the last few years that our exam preparation season has got longer and longer and longer, and it almost is now, when we get back in September of year 11, that they are constantly doing mocks and practice papers, and it seems like an endless battle to go over and over. And I've been really struggling with this because I have had a lot of year 11 classes and a lot of really low ability students who would essentially come to my lessons having been in so much intervention that they would refuse to write for me because they were just so tired. They get invited in every half term, every holidays, they're doing after school clubs, they're doing retaking coursework, and they were just so exhausted. So this is really, really basic. One thing that I discovered works.
There's a clicker.
Is there? Oh, how does it work? Okay, so it came about from a conversation that went along the lines of how much knowledge about mice and men can they fit onto a postage stamp. And that was where I was feeling I was battling with them. As much as they could tell me about our text, they were able to write on a postage stamp. So I thought maybe that's where I needed to start with my essay writing with them and give them a postage stamp and see if they could write a cogent essay on a postage stamp. Started with a postcard. So this is essentially how I use postcards in my English lessons. They hate writing in their books. Sometimes I let them write on the windows, sometimes I let them write on the tables, but writing on a postcard allows them to put it to one side and come back to it later. So this is an essay that one of my Target F students wrote, and she started off writing really big, so that she only had to do a 5-sentence PQE, or whatever we like to call it. And then she started off by writing what she thought she could know here, and then we would put it on one side, or we would post it to someone, either to me or to someone else in the room, or sometimes to another class, and then we would come and that other person would feed back on it. So we've now got them improving either their own work or somebody else's work across a class, across a group, across a period of time. So we would have a box of these in our room and we would label them up. They would have their old postcards in there, and then they would pick them out once they felt they'd learned a new way or a new piece of understanding and improve something that they'd written. So we got to this point where student A was giving student B feedback and improving on their own work, and then eventually across my year 11 classes where class A was giving feedback on postcards written by class B. And we did, let me show you, get to the point where we had essentially a student moving from writing a Target F essay paragraph to a Target B essay on that small piece of paper. And I guarantee, and I know it's just a little trick, but if they'd written it in their book, it wouldn't have been as good because they were so tired of writing in their books. And then really quickly, with them, we then moved on to, obviously, some of the other techniques that we've all seen in school. They don't want to write in their books, so I let them write on the table. And again, exactly the same process. this one is literally a cut of a piece of wood, and you ask them to write their thesis statement in the middle, and they develop it and colour code it just according to the assessment criteria, so they're writing more and more and more each time, and they don't really understand that they're doing it. And these were my students who, the entire class targeted F's, G's, refused to write. Out of 15 of them, 11 came out with C's, and these were the kids that went into the exam knowing that they could write, but with empty textbooks, because every single time there was an empty exercise books, every single time there was a book scrutiny, there was no writing in their books, because we'd done it like this. So it's literally just the simplest way of getting them to do writing that doesn't always have to be in their classwork book. Thank you.